no introduction to shit.
What's up, everybody? 702 Exotic back at you with another live. And today, man, we got a special episode today. We got episode 2 of the Street Files. That's right, baby. Our new segment. And it's a Street Files episode number 2. And who do we have in the house? None other than Big Dog, OG. Big Dog OG. Hitman. Stank Boy. Stank Boy, what's good with you, champ?
What's going on with you, Puff? How you been?
Man, it's been a journey. It's been a big time journey, champ.
It's definitely been a journey. It's definitely been a journey.
Yeah, and then what's crazy is that a lot of people are figuring out. I'm back, man. I'm back, and when I say I'm back, I like to talk about the old school 2011, 2012, 2013 days that I call the golden days. You remember those days?
Of course. We were there together.
That's right. And that's when I met you, man. That's when I met all the team. That's when we were doing YouTube in the beginning. And that's when we all started collabing. That was the great collabs at that time, right?
Oh, yes. I agree.
Yes, sir. So with that being said, man, we all started the same. We all started doing the same things and connecting with the same type of people. We're going to be like-minded, right? So we got a few questions here lined up because this is the Street Hustlers interview, right? We're going to interview hustlers that do the same thing that we do,
Yeah.
So first off, we're going to start off by question number. But first, let's do a proper introduction. Introduce yourself, champ.
Well, my name is Hitman from Stank Boy Seeds. Been in this industry for a while. Got a few grows in different states, even in Puerto Rico. Yep, just been on the grind, man. You already know.
I do know. Yeah, man, and it's been something that has been at the elite level, right? That's what we like to call it. We knew what the elite level was in the very early of our beginnings, and my beginnings. You guys were already in the game doing it. You guys were just seeing a young buck go through the weeds, But yeah, man.
I would agree, but I would say we kind of all started almost around the same, literally. Yeah. We might have dabbled in the industry and did things, but like when we started coming together collectively, that's when we was making motion move.
For sure. Yeah, you ain't lying about that, champ, because definitely a lot of more doors opened up when I was able to connect with the people that I connected, and that's what really took off after that. Yep. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. When High Times came to the United States in 2010, that opened the door for the whole United States to collab with any growers in any state.
It did. The evolution of this.
Yep, and then gave us the opportunity here in the United States to start showing our genetics compared to Canada, overseas in Spain, and stuff like that.
That's right. That's man, and it was a beautiful thing, man. Because before we'd had to order them like either through Attitude Seed Bank, stuff like that, and back at High Time magazines,
Exactly.
Yes,
there were no breeders out here in the United States that we could actually get seeds from.
That's right. All right, man. So we're gonna start off these questionnaires. We got a long little show here. So the first question that I got for you, Hitman, is the beginnings, right? How did it all start for you, man?
How did it all start for me? I would say around like 15 years old. I had a friend that was selling weed, and he smoked one with me, and once he smoked it with me, I liked it. And then once I started seeing other like-minded people that smoked it, I started seeing that it was like a commodity, like people, something that everybody wants. Yeah. So I was like, hey, I got to be the man that's going to have this for everybody to want it. And so I went from that avenue. And from that avenue on the hustling part right there,
Yeah.
then I went to where I was growing my own. I started getting seeds out of packs that I was getting. And then I
Mm.
would grow those and stuff like that. And then when I started growing those,
Yeah.
I had friends that would come over and smoke mine and then didn't want to buy the stuff that I had. They wanted to buy the stuff that I grew. Once I
Damn.
knew that, that's when everything changed for me. In
Mm.
my head, it was like, I need to grow this
Right. Right. I got
instead
something
of just
special.
sell it.
Right. Right. Hell yeah, man. That's what's up. That's what's
So
up.
So that happened around 18 when I started really seeing that change.
Okay.
Around like 22
Yeah.
is when I really was like heavy into the growing.
Mm.
By the time I was 27, I was really pushing it with my friends all in like San Diego, Northern California,
Mm.
stuff like this. That Northern California is where I really learned how to grow. I would take trips up there and got cool with some farms up there that taught me how to grow.
Now, was that
So
indoor, outdoor?
I
Well,
think that was all outdoor.
okay.
There was no indoor at that time.
Mm. Interesting.
That when it started going indoor is when people were getting busted in California, and then they started doing indoor. That's how
Okay.
indoor got started.
Okay. I heard the stories. I did have
Because
when
it
you
was out of
record.
sight.
Yep.
Yeah, I was
Awesome.
just saying it was like out of sight, out of mind.
Right, right. I have heard the stories that they were forced to go indoors.
Correct, we were. If you didn't
Damn.
want to get raided with a bunch of plants in your backyard, you might as well just do it in your garage or something like that.
Right, right, right. Well, actually, you just answered the second question. The second question was what pulled you into the streets? Survival, influence, or opportunity. But you saw the opportunity right there. You knew you had something good. You knew it. You were like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. So my stuff is better than the stuff that I'm getting, paying money for. That you mean I could do better? And you saw the opportunity and you went for it. That's good, man. That's very, very good. And
I,
how
just like I saw, I, just like I saw the next opportunity,
yeah.
and that was around like 2008, and that's when Los Angeles was doing, like California basically was doing a lot of Kush events,
Okay.
and that was before High Times came.
Hmm.
And so once they were doing the Kush events, and I was going to these events, I started was like, this can be a really good business. Like if I don't
Ah.
try to hurry and get in, because California was already medical in '96. So
Right.
by 2008, when I seen it, like I really seen that anybody from the streets can really be in this if you put your mind to it. So I started seeing it. I tried to start reaching out to the people. Then some of my friends was like, you need to do a YouTube and then start showing people how you do your YouTube.
Yeah.
So when I started doing that, that's when I started getting everybody else that was started Stank Boys with me. That was
Damn.
Ninja, Black and Mild. All of them were watching my YouTube and would make comments. And I would comment back, and then we would shoot numbers to each other. And that's how I met everybody. Marlboro from out in Florida,
Marlboro Man.
everybody. And so even you, Puff.
Yeah.
And so so by the time 2009 came, I'm already telling the guys, let's start up a seed company. We were already sitting here doing this. They was like, what would you want to call it? I was like, we all grow stanky stuff. We're going to be the Stank Boys. Perfect. And they loved it. And then by 2010, High Times was coming to the United States, and you already know, I brought the whole crew to the High Times.
Yeah, you sure did.
And
You
from
sure
then,
did.
it was just motion.
You did. You
And from then,
did.
it was all motion. We started meeting all the breeders from Seattle, or
Everywhere.
Oregon, Washington, everywhere,
Everywhere.
Michigan, you name it, everywhere.
Yeah, that's right, man. I remember those were the golden days, champ. I would give anything to get those days back, man. It's amazing. Those were the
Yeah,
golden.
you would never get those days. You never get those days. Those are the beginning. That's like the rawest you can get.
Yes, man. Yes, and fire, man. Everyone was competing at that point. And it was the candy. If you had some candy around, you're like, get away, bro. Check this out. You know what I mean? It was crazy.
Yeah, no, it was really great competition.
Yeah.
It was great camaraderie, everything. Like you was eager to come to the next High Times and see everybody and be like, look what I grew, and was wanting to see what they grew.
Yes.
And then if they had seeds, oh man, let me swap with you and here's some stuff that I did. Oh yeah, it was a great thing.
Great
It was a great thing.
time. Great time.
From the West Coast to the East Coast.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Those were golden days, man. Golden days. And I'm just glad, bro, that we lived through those days. It's like we lived through the days. A lot of people could say that they lived through the days where there was no iPads, no phones. Like we had no phones when we were growing up. We could say that. Bro, me and you and along with so many others can say that we lived through those golden days. That's amazing. And then
that was the golden days. That was the best years. Nobody knew who Sub Cool was until he became who he became.
Right.
Nobody knew who Frenchie was until Frenchie became who he became.
Cannoli.
You know, and we saw everybody at the beginning.
Yes. At the beginning, man, it's crazy.
Everybody.
Man.
You know, Sub Cool's not with us no more, so we won't be able to see those genetics from him no more.
R.I.P.
Frenchie Cannoli's not here no more, so, you know.
R.I.P.
The teachings that they left behind is what we'll get from them, you know, and that's the legacy that they left from behind.
Man,
we still got Miss Jill that still pushes TGA, you
for
know,
sure,
what I'm saying,
for sure,
and stuff like that.
For sure.
But you know, we got a lot of old schools that were here in the beginning and not here now, you know. And so the ones that are here that was there in the beginning, we're still gonna keep pushing that.
That's
and
right.
Push their legacy at the same time.
Man knows how to rock. Man knows how to rock.
When he was alive, that was him right there. Sub Cool saying I had blown his mind away. He was tripping out how crazy this fire I brought him to go take a look. He's like, I see people walking up and down all the time. I see weed all the time. He's like, I could tell you right now, I could tell everybody. This man right here knows how to grow good weed. And I kept that.
Yep, I remember that, Puff. I remember that. He said that about our whole crew, like all of us. He loved how we moved.
Yes,
everything.
Yes. He knew we were playing with fire for sure at that time, because like it was very few people who were like we were moving. You know, it was like we were
correct.
We were moving. Like it was crazy, man. It was crazy. Yeah.
Yep, it was crazy. It was. I mean, we were getting on planes and flying across the United States with pounds on us, going to events.
Yeah.
Like, it was crazy.
Yeah. It was different.
It was crazy.
It was different. That's before the shipping, when we found out that it was before we met big people and we're like, bro, it's easier to ship it. What, you guys are tripping driving 16 hours with this shit strapped onto you, you know? We were like, damn, you're right. Bro. Yeah. So next question. How old were you when you first got your real hustle? Like, you know, I know you were 15, you know, and stuff like that when you started smoking and getting, but when you first said, you know, this is my hustle right here, how old were you?
Like 23. And I still was working for the city of Los Angeles, but I still hustled. Never stopped.
Damn. Okay. And did you have guidance with that? Did you have guidance, or did you figure it out by yourself?
Figured it out by myself.
Damn. Okay. Real one.
I didn't have anybody else in my family smoking weed. I didn't have anybody growing. Like, I had to figure it out myself.
Damn.
I grew up in the city of Los Angeles. I didn't grow up in Northern California where they got all the area to grow. I'm in a hard knock city.
Right.
So I had to get out of that hard knock city to go to Northern California to learn.
Okay. Damn, that's crazy. That's deep. And then with that being said, right, you started at 23, right? That's when you really start off. But without saying the number and stuff like that, when was the real first time you actually touched some money? Like what age when you first touched? I said, like when you're like, all right, this is my first bag that I've ever gotten.
23.
Right? 20. Let's go, Chap. Let's go. That's right.
23.
Hell yeah. All right, so we're gonna go to the next segment now, right? The next segment is about hustle, money, power, and the lessons, right? What's the difference between hustling for money and hustling for respect in your eyes? You know?
Well, if you're hustling for respect, you
Mm-hmm.
can get it in all types of ways. Even if I'm a street hustler, I still can get politicians and stuff like this to still see things in my way of what I'm trying to do, and that's respect.
Okay. Okay. And if you're hustling for money, just for the money?
You can get caught up by that because people be too greedy sometimes, and greed can get you.
Mm-hmm. That's it right there, champ. Yep. That's how I'm on the same boat as you. I'm on the same boat as you. And
Yeah.
next question. What rule do you live in the streets that you live by to this day? So one of the rules you had back then that you live to this day.
Oh man, by hustling from the streets, I was always taught to do things by myself.
Ooh.
So,
Okay.
when if I was to do things in the streets, I always did it by myself. So there was nobody there to tell on me.
Gotcha. I like that. I like that. And then that brings it to the next question. How do you spot a fake person or a hustler? Like what is one thing that would say,
Oh,
that's one thing right there. Red flag.
okay. I can give you a red flag easily. You got people that want to get in the cannabis industry and open up grows and dispensaries and processing, but don't even smoke weed and never been in the industry and never sold a bag in their life and all this, but they want to be in it and run it, and those are fake people to me.
Damn. Damn. That's real right there.
I'd rather have somebody that sit here and risk their life to sell a $10 bag to go to jail behind it, and I would rather have him be my bud tender. I would rather have somebody that was
Yeah.
out here moving mad pounds, and that would be my salesman. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, these are the people that I know what to pick out of the hustle game.
That's what's
Those
up.
are the ones that really made the moves in the industry.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What's something that the streets really taught you? Like something that nothing else can really teach you but the streets.
Okay, well, I got to learn two ways of the streets. So I learned the hard knocks gang banging of the streets of Los Angeles.
Okay.
And then my grandfather ran the Martin Luther King parade in Los Angeles. So I got to learn the corporate and politics side of the streets too. So I would say if you're in the streets like that, I say learn both. Because at the end of the day, when you got to do business contracts and stuff like this, you got to know what you're talking about. So you're going to have to deal with these type of people in the first place.
Very nice. Good, man. Killing it, champ. Beautiful, beautiful answers. What's the biggest lesson, right? It could be with money or the biggest loss that you ever took in that you could talk about, right?
Say that one more time.
So have you ever taken a loss, right, that you could talk about? What's the biggest loss that you've ever taken when it comes to money and stuff like that?
Oh, I would say my Oklahoma one.
Mm.
Invested a lot, put in a lot of time into that one, and then get screwed over by a whole farm, processing, everything.
Damn.
And then be kicked out of there with nothing.
Damn, that's and it's crazy because you say it's so simple, right? It's like the sentence was so fast, but that brings with so much hurt behind that, right? So much.
Yeah, especially when they want you really off of their property and they just have you removed by police.
Damn, bro.
So
And it's
that
crazy.
was my biggest one.
It's crazy because you feel it like I broke in my back. I know people who broke in their back know how that feels. Other people can only imagine it. That's happened to me before too, and not at that scale. But damn, that hurts me when you say that. Whew.
Yeah, it almost made me want to leave the industry alone.
Man, that's right, man. What's the most misunderstood part about being a hustler, man? What do you think that we get so much stigma behind?
I would say the hurt that we do in the community, the things that we don't do back for the community, the greed that comes behind it, and then the backstabbing that comes behind it.
Okay. Hell yeah, I get that. That's definitely real things. You know, so we're gonna go down to the third segment, right? This is called the system, cops, and the consequences, right? How has the system treated you?
I would say good as long as you got the right people to be there to help you.
Oh.
So, for an example, I got raided once before, and when they had raided my house, they didn't take no equipment, no grow lights, no money, no scales, no wax, no nothing except flour. Anything that was dry weight, anything that was plant, anything that was that. And so when I had that charge being put on me, luckily I had friends that were basically had friends that was the judge, you know, the judge.
Yeah.
And I was able to get that kicked out.
Damn.
So with that being said, if you have good connections with people, things can always be in your good favor.
And you're right about
even
that.
if you're in the wrong.
And you're right about that. And that's why, you know, you hear about big people that are in games, right? That you think they were like, why are they talking to those people? Why do they have communication with those type of people? They shouldn't be talking to those type of people. They're street people, they're politicians and this and that. But then that's why, because like that you're able, when shit hits the fan, you'll have people to talk to. You'll have people to then take care of you. And you always wonder why the OGs have communication with. You always be like, are they on some snitching stuff? What's going on? You know, but you know, in cases like now it is today, it's better to be out there supporting your community instead of being that underground drug dealer, you know?
Now it's easier.
Right.
Now it's easier. You before you couldn't sit here and tell nobody that you was a grower, but now you could tell anybody that in this world.
For sure.
You know, you can say, "Hey, I'm a cannabis grower." They'd be like, "Oh man, that's cool. How do you know?" Now they're interested. They're curious. They want to know.
Definitely.
You know, they know that it's legal in Canada and the United States and Mexico and Thailand and Spain and Amsterdam. Like, you know, they know all over the world it's starting to become legal.
That's right.
So with it being said that, now people are not looking down on you.
Right.
When I sit here and talk to somebody in a Fortune 500 company, and we're talking about cannabis, now he's interested in maybe even investing in it.
Yes.
And that's where it helps other businesses.
That's right. That's right. That's 100% correct, man. It's a beautiful thing. And I'm just so glad that we're still in the space and to be able to still be able to provide our services that we were always doing in the legal space now, and just find our lane, right? Everyone has
in the legendary space. In our legendary
That's
space.
right.
That's what it's called.
That's right. That's right. So
because it was legendary.
Yeah, so what's your take on weed actually being almost fully legal now after you've gotten locked up for it before?
I can't wait for it to be fully legal across the United States.
Yeah, me too, man.
100% I can't wait. I mean, Canada is already legal all the way across. Mexico is legal medically all the way across. I don't know why we just don't make it all the way across, you know. But I think once the United States does, it's going to change more countries around the world to go legal.
And that was my next question right there. Any changes that you would want to change to the laws today? Just make it full legal, right? Make it full legal. Federally.
I would say make it full legal and come down on our taxes.
Okay. How about
it gives the mom and pops more of a chance
to
get into the industry instead of the big guys.
And when you say legal, because you know there's a lot of how do you say those small letters? There's a lot of fine print on those contracts. You know, they're gonna say, all right, it's fully legal now, but you still can only grow this amount of plants. Would you go up on the plant count?
Well, I look at it like this.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably leave certain plant counts alone. Like I said, I would do it with the taxes. Because my thing is somebody with a micro grow is being taxed the same amount as somebody with a tier grow.
You're right. I see what you're
what I'm saying? So,
yes.
So I would say somebody with a micro grow maybe pays this much in taxes.
Yes.
You know, and then the next person pays more, and the next person pays more.
And you're
you know, the bigger you are, more you pay taxes.
And they actually do work like that, because I just sold my business not too long ago, and it was a mobile detail business. In the first year, my license cost a certain amount because obviously I wasn't making no money yet. I was starting the business. And then as the business went on, the licenses kept going up. And then it's because I started reporting more money. So that license really depended on how much income you were bringing in, on how much you would pay for your license. They should 100% do the same thing to cannabis. That's amazing. I like that. I like that. That's right.
That's what I would like to see changed.
I like that. I like that. That's it. And here we go. So we're gonna change the segment just a little bit more. Mindset, right? This is a little bit different. So survival, fear, and growth. What keeps you sharp when life gets dark, on the hardest times and stuff like that? What keeps you motivated just to keep going? Besides, we got to keep surviving, right? But what do you have in the back of your mind that just keeps you going?
Cannabis, God, and family.
There you go, champ. I love that. Cannabis, God, and family. Those are three things that can motivate anybody if they really love those things. Because I do love family, and I love God, and I love cannabis. That's for sure. And how do you stay focused when there's distractions everywhere, like with our phones and everything? Like what type of things do you do to stay focused?
I definitely try not to do too much social media. I try to have other people do the social media for me. That is just too crazy. I stay more focused on what we can do and what we could do in the future. So as long as you stay driven and your mind is always busy, you won't get too distracted.
I like that. I like that. That's very important. Yeah, man. Distractions are a son of a bitch, man. We try to get so much things done, and distractions, man, just pull us here, pull us over there. You know. So now we're gonna switch it up a little bit. Who's that one person that never switched up on you, champ? Never. No names.
That never switched up on me. Me being in the industry.
Yeah.
I would say my brother.
Okay.
Because I would say that because for me being in the cannabis, just smoking, growing, selling, all that.
Yeah.
My family was all against me on that, and the only person that was not was my brother.
Damn, that's what's up right there. That's what's up. And in 2025, what does loyalty mean to you? Because it's different now. It's not like how it used to be back in the days, where our best friends were like damn near our boyfriends. You know what I mean? Like, nah, you can't talk to him. You know what I mean? How is it in 2025?
Right. Most of the time, I don't even look for people to be loyal to me. I'd rather have the respect. Because if I can respect you and you can respect me, we can definitely get things going.
I like
but
that.
But if we're over here trying to be loyal to somebody that can probably be a character or something like that, there's no respect to the loyalty. So I'd rather have respect than over loyalty.
I like that. What made you always be public? What made you be public?
I think from doing my grandfather's parade with the Martin Luther King, like that always had me in the public. So for me, wanting to be public in the cannabis industry, I wasn't scared of it. I was all 10 toes in.
Very nice. Very nice. And what do you want people to learn from your struggles, man? Like that you don't want people to go through that you went through.
I say learn. It's like the music industry. Like you literally got to learn the industry of what you're getting into and understand it and enjoy it.
Okay.
That's the best thing I can sit here and say. Because if you love what you do, it's not a job.
Yes, I always say that, man. And it's crazy because I try to live by that, and I always try to say, how can I make the things that I love into a job? You know, this is the recipe.
Correct. That's the thing.
Yes, sir. And how do you turn your street mindset into business moves?
The parade helped me on that, and just the hustle too. It's all business. So once you get, the older you get, the more you learn about that, you start to understand about the actual business of it.
Very nice. Very nice. Coming down to the end of the questions here. What's next for you, man? Outside the streets, into the business. What do you see yourself getting into in the next 5 to 10 years?
More market. I definitely want to go out to Thailand, see legal out there.
Nice.
So I'm kind of dying to get to the country.
Okay. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. I got some quick fire questions for you, right? These are going to be quick fires. Just one word. It could be a short answer, but just raw, real, right? Money or respect?
Okay. Respect.
Okay. Okay. Loyalty or love?
Love.
Silence or revenge?
Silence.
Ooh. The trap or legit business?
Both.
Ooh.
Perfect.
Weed or liquor, bro?
Weed all day.
Let's go. All right, so this one will hit different. East side or the west side, champ?
That's it all day. Born and raised in Cali.
All right, man. That's what's up, bro. That's all the questions I had, man. Really just wanted to get everybody on. And, you know, the first episode was me. Bro, I wanted you to do the second episode. I've been wanted you to come on, but I felt like this was the best way I could get you on. Just really, really, bro, the knowledge that you've always had. I mean, since back then, bro, I was just, bro, my pants were so big, they didn't even fit me on me. They were like 3 times the size. You know, we had true religion gear. My shirts were hella big. You know, so you guys were already on the game, man. You guys were already on the game. You guys were already on top of it, man. It's insane, the knowledge that I started getting just when I started being involved with you guys. You know what I mean? And to just see you guys still in it,
Yeah.
growing and just getting more, obviously smarter throughout the years that you guys just keep experiences, man. It's amazing, bro. It's really amazing, for real.
Thank you. Thank you. I think you went to the TDC farm, the
Right.
grower circle.
Oh man, when you're next time you're in Vegas, tap in, man. We got to give you a tour of the facility, man. It's amazing, bro. About 100 strains in each flower room.
I was a part of that, of making that name.
Yes, and yeah, I tell them that too, and they're like, man, I remember everybody. They're like, we used to watch all of y'all, and they know they know you guys, bro. You know me. Remember, I used to be behind the scenes. I never showed my face, so. But they know you guys. They know all of you guys. They know every single one of you, and you used to be fans of you guys. So they would love to talk to you guys, champ.
Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of theirs too.
Yes, sir. Man, it was great having you, bro. It was really, really great having you, man. To be honest, it was one of the like this brings so much joy to me to be able to talk to you again, champ. And it was crazy how I ran into you. I saw the tattoo on your leg, and I'm like, I know that tattoo right there. I haven't seen you in so many years.
Stank Boy.
Yep, I haven't. I go outside, you're in the slingshot. I'm like, that's the homie right there, yo.
Yeah, it was great seeing you that day too, and I'll definitely be coming out to Vegas soon. So when I do, I will be tapping in.
Yes, sir. All right, my man. Till the next time, champ. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, Pup. It was a pleasure. Always great. And see you soon.
100, my man. Peace. So there y'all have it, y'all. My man's in the house. Y'all caught the very first one. The second episode now. So I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys hit that thumbs up. I know it's too much knowledge, but trust me, if you guys want him back, we could probably get him on a panel or something like that, you know. And that's my man's right there. He really taught us, you know, pretty much everything we kind of know, man. Because he, you know, everyone has a leader in a group, right? And we. You know, I used to at least think that, right? I know everybody thought there was the big dog in the group, but I used to look at Big Homie like he was the leader of the group, man. And I used to be like, you know what I'm saying? That's when we moved a certain way, And I was just happy to be able to just be right there with them. That was just really, really it, you know, in the golden days. And man, what a great show. So I just hope you guys really, 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 really enjoyed that.
You've got a story Vegas tried to bury. DM 702 Exotic Genetics.
Check. Live tonight, 9 p.m. Pacific. And that's when I flipped that first 20 and knew the grind was built.
That's right, baby. So we're gonna.
You know me, I don't need no introduction and shit.
We're gonna drop it right there. Till the next time. Peace.